don't know what we're doing, but all right, let's go. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Adventures with Rochelle, the podcast. I'm Rochelle Stratton.
Brian Murray.
And we are prepared today, I feel like. Are you prepared, Brian?
Not how I want it to be. Generally, when we set up these topics, I feel right then like we're going to jump in, we're going to do some research a little bit on the topic, come up with a game plan, and that never seems to be the way it goes down for me.
Okay.
For instance, I told you about this topic, a couple days ago?
Yeah, you picked it.
Yes, I did, because it is I would almost say a newer topic to me.
Okay.
Spookier topic to me.
Okay.
I didn't know a whole bunch about it, but recently I felt like there was a situation where you and I may have encountered something that could belong to this.
Are you talking about whistling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a weird experience.
Yeah. I don't want to give too much detail about that. But this is what got me thinking about this topic.
Should we just tell them kind of like the gist of what happened?
Well, I think we can tell them, we're working on some things.
We were at an undisclosed location, and we were out and about, and we heard a whistle that did not sound like an animal or a bird, but it sounded like a person.
Within 15, 16, 20 feet from us.
Yeah, and there was no one around. So it was kind of disturbing a little bit.
Yeah, I want to go into that in a little bit more
One of the
detail.
disturbing things was when we initially heard it and thought it was a bird, someone mimicked it back.
Yes.
And then the second time that we heard it, I believe I was like, that is not a bird. Those are lips.
It was very creepy.
It wasn't a tweet, 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 tweet.
No.
It was a
whistle
with the lips.
Like you're licking them.
I just licked my lips to do that.
Before we get back into that, though, how was your day?
My day was very productive. I walked, I went grocery shopping, I showered, I picked up children, I did some work, took some classes for my license.
Good.
Yeah, and I researched, so I feel like I accomplished a lot of shit today.
I must say, you look put together really well.
Thank you. Imagine that's what baths do. It's crazy.
Yeah, I did one too.
I don't do it very often, but when I do,
it's incredible. I feel like right now I smell better than
heaven.
Well, yeah, easily.
I mean, you smell good. I don't ever think you stink though.
Sewer lines.
Yeah, sewer lines will make you stink for sure.
Yeah. Okay. That was it. You've had a pretty productive day.
Yeah.
Did you have any fun? Was there any laughs? Just all business.
I was pretty focused on getting stuff done. I had a list of things that I needed to accomplish.
Okay.
So, I also made a sandwich. It was good. It was really good. I was like, yeah.
Great job.
Sandwich. Lately, I've been doing turkey, salami, and pepper jack cheese.
Yeah.
And it just hits.
Right.
As the kids would say, that shit slaps. It's good. I like it.
All right. Did you eat the whole thing?
Yeah. It was on a petite Kaiser roll.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
But how was your day? I already know kind of how your day was, but let's tell the listeners how your day was.
It was odd. I mean, I saw things that I didn't normally think that I would see in a day's time.
The leader of the big old titty committee.
Yeah. A lady answered, was doing a water leak, and it's adjoining apartments. So we're looking at the way the pipes were in apartment A.
Yes.
Apartment B, we need to go see if they're the same.
Uh-huh.
Maybe A's got extra.
Yeah.
Or maybe A doesn't have enough. So I went to go knock on the door, and she opens the door in her just her underwear.
Just her underwear?
Yeah, and I was pretty much like, okay, just need to check out those are your boobs.
Who does that?
She does that.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Did the lady in apartment B have B cups?
I think these were...
I'm imagining like triple G.
They were like Z's. It was like a...
Did they hit at the knees?
They were there. I was very uncomfortable.
At first, did you not know they were breasts? At first, we were like, you don't have a top on.
So they didn't have, like, lights.
Okay.
Okay.
They didn't have water or lights.
No, they're our clothes.
Our clothes.
Yeah, well, they didn't have lights, so I knocked on the door and I had to peek in there, and I was like, I can hear her.
Mm-hmm.
And
you're a peeping Tom. Why would you look at somebody's window?
because she said hello, and I'm a ghost hunter. So if I don't see something saying, I'm not a peeping Tom.
You look into people's homes. And she's probably like, well, he's already seen it. Might as well just open the door.
She opened the door. And I looked in there because she was talking to me. I didn't go in the door.
So she was hanging behind the door because she was naked.
She wasn't hanging at all.
And something was hanging. Something
Okay.
was hanging.
Yeah. Well.
Okay, so you saw some boobies.
Yeah.
But it was not a highlight of your day.
No.
Okay. And then I know that you spent a lot of time looking for something but never finding it.
Yeah, I was looking for this water leak and we never really found it. So I have to go back tomorrow. I will not be
knocking on that lady's door.
B is off limits. I don't care if she has
all the water.
Yes, you can just do your thing over there. Or put on some bibs. Because it caught me off guard. I didn't know what to do. Like, I didn't even want to talk to her at that point.
Who does that, though? Like, I wouldn't answer, I typically don't answer the door too often, to be honest with you. I was raised in the 90s where someone knocks on the door, you hit the floor.
Yeah.
And army crawl to not be seen. Or you get real quiet. Like, you don't, my mom was like, don't answer the door for anyone, like blah, 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 blah.
But you know you were up against the curtains like this, though. Trying to see who. You never try to peek?
I melted to the floor.
What?
Yeah.
When something happens in your neighborhood, do you not have to know what's up?
I go out on my balcony if something happens in the neighborhood now, but I'm an adult.
I'm looking at Matt's house right now just in case I see him.
Yes. But I will say, if someone knocks on the door, I really do avoid trying to go to it.
I think I've noticed that.
Yeah. Like,
you know that I'm coming here and I've knocked 4 times and you still don't. You send your kids.
Why have them?
Yeah,
They're not going to do
true.
things.
That is true. That is true.
No.
So yeah, my day was weird.
Your day was weird. Let's talk about this weird topic. Otherwise, we're not going to have time.
Okay, we have all the time in the world because time
doesn't exist according to some people.
Oh, wow.
It's irrelevant.
It isn't even a thing.
It's all in your head.
Anywho, the topic that I picked was SkinWalkers.
Yeah. I feel like if you guys are listening to this podcast, you have heard about SkinWalkers or you have heard about Skinwalker Ranch. You may not know a bunch about it, but you've at least you've heard it somewhere.
That's where I've been. I've heard it. I kind of know that there's a ranch.
Yeah.
I know that, like, Native American.
Yeah, like, I know, like, the gist, kind of, but not in detail.
Yeah, I usually am, like, fully in on the ghosts.
Uh-huh.
But this topic is, after we went and did our little project.
This isn't a ghost.
I know.
And it's not, I don't think, it's not an elemental either. I wouldn't deem it that. I would deem it, so I don't think it's a cryptid either.
Before we go any further.
Okay.
My left eye's leaking.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
But there is.
What do you want me to do?
I have to do something about it. There's like a leak.
Wipe it.
Where am I supposed to put it?
It's your bodily fluids.
But why would it all of a sudden do that? There's no wind.
There's wind. The fan's gone.
Okay. And now we're back to normal. Sorry about that little timeout.
Okay, but no, I wouldn't classify it as ghost. I wouldn't classify it as cryptid. I wouldn't classify it as elemental. I wouldn't classify it as any of those, based off of the research I know. What do you think? Would you classify it as any of those?
I think it's its own thing.
I do too.
I mean, it's got cryptid type tendencies, but I think it's more like it's its own thing.
The reason why I don't deem it that, based off of the research that I've done, it's a person who transforms.
Right.
But they do so willingly and whenever they want to.
Basically, what they want, they go after, and they do.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically what you want me to go on what
Yes, I want to know what you
Okay.
researched.
So it's really big in the Navajo culture.
Yes.
The skinwalkers are harmful witches that turn into, possess, or disguise themselves as animals. Never use the term for healers, although they do believe that they were medicine men or healers that basically got power drunk and then decided switched over and became evil. But usually they usually turn into animals and that are considered tricksters, like coyotes or foxes or wolves or bears or whatnot.
I'd go with a totally different animal.
I know, right? But yeah, and it also said that they're near impossible to kill, but if you come across one, you dip a bullet or knife into some white ash that you have laying around, and it might do the trick, but you got to hit them in the right spot with it. But essentially, I don't know, because everything that I researched about it, it is a person that what they do to become a skinwalker, or what the legend says, is completely horrible. Essentially, you have to kill a sibling or a very close relative
Yes.
to turn into one, to unleash your power. So it's basically just a very evil person it's a witch.
Yes, I have.
But top tier, big boss
Go
witch.
kill your brother, and we'll talk about it. So what I also read about that is to become one, a secret society, basically, that requires the evilest of deeds, like you said, kill your family member and all that. Then you can become one.
Yeah.
And also, not like you said that you could kill them with dipping and all that stuff, but I heard that if you want them to go away, if you stand up, look them in the eyes, they'll usually go away.
See, I heard something else that makes me think you might not want to look them in the eyes. Okay? Because they can essentially, I read that if they make eye contact with you and stare at you too long, if they want to, they can possess you or make you do things. So some of their powers include reading minds, controlling thoughts and behavior. They cause disease and illness and destroy property, and then can even cause death.
So,
which it's crazy to me, because they basically they're kind of almost as close to
if you
demonic.
If you said, okay, so you just went into my mind.
Very demonic,
Yeah.
the fact that
Close.
with possession and stuff, it's almost like once they do this act and kill their sibling or their close relative, they essentially are signing a contract with the devil to have all these powers. But with that comes they have to keep killing in order to stay alive.
The more horns they have and stuff like that, the more powerful they are.
Yeah.
Have you seen some of the pictures people have drawn or they're pretty terrifying. So if I became a skinwalker, I think turkey.
You want to be a turkey?
They taste amazing.
Okay.
I think turkey seems like that would be a good one for me. And
not around Thanksgiving. That's
no,
hunting
no,
season.
you don't want to be one then. Alligator's my favorite animal.
Yeah, but they're kind of like
They're like a skin swimmer.
Yeah, like I mean they can get fast, but they kind of just like. Bleh,
Okay,
bleh,
then what would you be?
bleh,
What would you
bleh,
be?
bleh. I'd want to be a fox because I think they're pretty. you you asked me why or
Did you
what?
see the look I gave you?
Yes, and so did
You
everyone
want to
else.
be a pretty skinwalker.
Yeah, because
you don't want to be terrifying and like,
no,
here's my teeth.
Because I'm gonna catch more prey.
Oh, well,
yeah.
You ain't. You know what? That's a pretty good idea.
Yeah,
that's pretty.
You
good.
see an alligator, you're avoiding it.
You
see a fox, you
good.
might not avoid it, but like if it's pretty and seems nice, you might be like, oh my god.
So you think that's the way
and
to
then,
go? So
dead.
I mean, the research that you did is basically the same stuff that I came up with. I think that's what people know of it. It's Native American, Navajos, and stuff like. They believe in it. Witches, they're not very nice from what we can understand.
I also have some other things. How to know if one's near.
I want to know this because I want to go into what happened to us.
Okay, so how to know if someone's near. They make sounds around homes. They do knocking.
On the windows.
Banging on windows or walls and scraping on roofs. They peer in windows and sometimes they are like there was a sighting of someone showing up in front of a car to cause a car accident.
So that also sounds like it's got demonic tendencies.
The other thing that is really interesting that if you think, because I've been seeing a lot of TikToks.
I thought you were about to say I've been seeing a lot of these skinwalkers.
No, but I've been seeing a lot of TikToks where they're like, I just seen one the other day that it was like this dog they were sitting there like, I'm loading a gun. Meanwhile, the dog is trying to convince me it's not a skinwalker while my dog is standing perfectly still staring at me like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And
I've seen that one.
Yeah. And it's crazy to me because like they say that to be able to tell if it's a skinwalker or not, you shine light into their eyes and if it reflects back red, then it's not an animal. It's a skinwalker. And like a lot of the times animals' eyes, if they are skinwalkers, don't look the way those animals' eyes are supposed to look. They look more human.
I've seen some TikToks and I've seen some videos where people think these are skinwalkers. And I know you can do a lot with videos, but you can literally look at this animal and think, that's a creepy motherfucker right there.
Yeah.
They look like they have human eyes. Like they're like straight up looking at you.
Yeah.
Like they're going to eat your face off.
Because they plan on it.
They are. They're going to do that.
Yeah, they plan on doing it.
Okay. Would you, and I'm just asking you for you, I know my answer.
Okay.
Skinwalker Ranch.
Okay.
Would you?
I want to go, yeah.
But what are we doing?
I don't know. Like, we don't have any necessarily idea on how to investigate
What do you bring?
Obviously a bullet or knife dipped in white ash.
I know, but like, what else do you bring?
A
Like,
flashlight to shine in their eyes.
But if they're pretty, that ain't gonna matter.
They could be pretty scary.
They are gonna be pretty, but I mean, I don't know what to bring. Like, if
I
I'm packing
I would
for
like
it,
to go to see, but I don't know what I would bring. And then also,
will the cross work?
The cross? I don't know. I don't know.
I mean,
if they're Native American, then they don't believe in Christianity, so a cross wouldn't work.
What if it just helps me, though?
If it makes you feel better, you bring whatever you need to, baby boy, okay?
Well,
I like how you stared at me like you didn't like my answer.
I liked your answer. I'm worried.
Why?
Well, I don't know why. I'm not going to go. We're not heading to Skinwalker Ranch anytime this week.
No.
Maybe before
I
next
feel
podcast.
Before next podcast. But I feel like that's another area of where we need to research more before we just go ahead and jump into it.
This project.
Okay, this project. Yeah.
What would you say I don't know what we were going for.
I don't know what we were going for. I don't know what we were doing there. I know we had an idea of what we wanted to do, and then that shit fell through, like, all of our
Hour
ideas.
one?
Yeah. Like, I had a whole schedule, and that didn't work out.
No, don't even make it now.
I know. It's like,
So,
the schedule's up here, and it changes for however we feel. I don't know how to explain it.
well, this particular moment, we were just kind of just walking around.
Yeah.
Looking at the land.
Yeah.
Taking a little break.
Yeah.
Knew who was with us.
Yes.
I mean, there's only 4 of us.
Yeah.
And we were all on the log.
Yeah.
By the way, what a sturdy log that was.
It was a sturdy log. I didn't think it was going to be sturdy because it was a tree that fell
It
down.
was weathered.
Yeah. But it held all of our fat asses.
We were on there doing nothing.
Yeah.
And then we hear, it sounds like somebody whistling at us.
Yeah.
Let me paint the scene for you.
Are we supposed to?
Paint the scene?
I mean, we were going to talk about it, but then we weren't going to talk about it because we didn't want to give too much away.
I don't think we're going to give too much away.
All right. Fuck it. Let's do it. Paint the
Yeah,
scene.
we're in charge.
We are. We can do whatever we want.
It is a wooded area.
Mhm.
This part of it is, there's some hills.
Yeah.
But for the most part, the woods are to our back.
Yeah.
And it's just like a field.
A field. We're in like essentially a clearing.
Yeah.
So there's woods on either, like, well, how do you say it? Woods to our back and like a row of woods on the right and the left, but it's still clearing.
Right.
Like, I don't know. We can see, okay?
Everything.
Yeah.
The time we're here, there's no leaves hardly.
Yeah.
So you can see.
The stuff.
Right. The first thing that we come up upon, did that sound good?
Come up upon.
The first thing that we come upon was, and I think it was you, was like all those berries.
Yeah. But they said that was a feeding trough thing or feeding circle. It was weird. I came across it and it was a circle with all these berries and things in it. I was like, this is weird.
Who said that it was?
Anthony said that they do that for the hunters for deer.
Nobody's hunting out there.
It was right across from that tree that had that tree stand in it.
That's been there for like 20 years.
Okay, so no one's continuously feeding.
No.
So after I said, this is weird, like, what's this about? And he said that, I kind of was like, oh, I'm dumb. Okay, and then I was like, it's kind of mean to feed the animals and get them all comfy.
No, nobody's
and
out
then
there.
Bust a cap in their ass while they're just having breakfast.
As a matter of fact, nobody's been out there to do that for over 3 years.
Okay, well, the berries were fresh.
Okay, and it's like in an offering type thing.
It looked like an offering, yes. Absolutely.
Like placed.
Yes.
Like almost biggest to small.
Colored,
Yeah.
pretty, like offering style.
Hunters don't do that.
They don't.
No. Have
Okay.
you ever come up with a hunter and he's like, I only want the orange ones on the left and the green ones on the... No, they don't do that. They don't care. They're there to shoot shit.
I don't
Hunt.
hunt.
Well...
And if I was a hunter, I would organize it that way.
That's
so,
why you would never...
it was like a charcuterie board for the deer. Okay, that's what I came across in the woods.
You would never get any animals.
Or I'd get all of them.
Maybe.
I wouldn't kill them. But they'd be my pets, my friends.
I don't know if you want these as pets.
I'd look at their eyes.
Okay, so you would say that was a strange occurrence.
It was strange, yes. And now wish I would have had you tell me.
What was I doing?
You were sitting on the log.
While you guys are working, I'm taking a break. Okay.
I think you were taking selfies on the log, to be honest.
Well, that's good.
You're like,
So you guys are all hard at it, and I'm over here. Oh, that looks good. Let me put a little fade on that. That's great. Well, I'm glad.
I don't know what you were doing.
I do remember sitting over on the log taking some pictures of myself. Because you guys also hit me with a drone.
I know.
I'm taking pictures of the drones right here in my face.
I don't know how much more subtle we could be without work.
Why weren't you? Why were you guys? Why wasn't I working? How come nobody said anything to me?
I don't know, because we're the bosses.
Well, I was the only one over there.
Yes. The rest of us, someone was flying the drone. I was looking at the offering. Matt was down by the creek looking.
And I was taking pictures of myself. Good. I am so glad I'm a team player. Okay, I could have helped you out.
You could have taken pictures of all of us so we could have something to post.
I actually did.
I was gonna say, but you have enough to post, so don't worry.
400 of me. While you guys are working, I'm just. What's what you guys got going on over there?
Okay, so anyway.
Okay, so that's pretty shitty. Really, it is. Next time I'll work.
You literally were trying to get out of work during this setup of the podcast. You sat down and you're like, "What are you doing over here?" I was like, "I'm setting stuff up. You could set up the camera." And you're like, "I'll break it."
Yeah, okay. I was trying to get out of it.
I took a selfie.
Okay, so when everybody came over and decided to sit with me, they probably needed the break. I should have got up and done something. Anyways, we're sitting there, and it's the four of us, and it sounds like somebody whistles.
Yeah.
We're all sitting together. We could see everything in the horizon, up the hills, everywhere.
Yeah.
I remember us all looking as if, like who's. We thought we knew who it was.
Yeah, we thought we knew who it was, and then we asked that person, and it wasn't them.
No, and we
had them.
We called them.
Yeah, but we also had them come out and yell.
And couldn't hear him.
I couldn't hear him.
So whatever made the noise.
Thank you for getting that hair.
Did you see it?
I saw it and I was like, oh my God.
Where did it come from?
I don't know, but it was so long and it was sticking out like this. I was like, I need to get, that's why his eyes watered.
No kidding. So, yeah. Had him call, had him yell, couldn't hear him. Now we're trying to figure out where this came from.
Yeah.
I think it was Matt that came up with the research on, hey, you guys ought to hear this.
Uh-huh.
This is a characteristic of said.
Mm-hmm. And the weird thing about it also is that footage we had gotten prior to that sounded like a kid screaming out there. And they mimic
things,
essentially.
There's no kids out there.
Yeah. Another thing I was thinking is like, these skinwalkers can either possess people or take on people's appearances.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially, they're kind of like doppelgangers as well. The researcher I saw said that they can pretend to be someone you know. Like,
it's an
take
interesting
on their appearance.
It's interesting.
It's a bunch of witchcraft.
Yeah.
Crazy shit.
The crazy thing about where we were too is this area.
There's connections
to
Native Americans.
All over
the place. Yeah.
We live in Illinois.
Yeah.
There are there's tribes all over the place.
Yeah.
It makes it weird.
It does make it weird. Can I talk to you about 8 facts that I got about skinwalkers off the History Channel website?
Yeah, I'm going to listen. I'm just going to be over here taking some pictures.
Sounds about right. Okay, so 1, they represent the essence of evil. I kind of agree. Like, they don't seem like good people.
Yeah, I think that's Travis Kelce, but anyways, go ahead.
I'm not going to say anything because I know that you had a rough weekend.
I didn't have a rough weekend. Anyways, move on.
You want to start stuff
I don't want to start anything.
Like, Landon was like, you should message Brian after that play. And I'd be like, what up? I said, we're not talking to Brian today.
Well,
I said, our friendship depends on it.
Yeah, I did.
I was like, I guarantee he's not happy.
We made it through.
Yeah. Okay.
Essence of evil.
Essence of evil.
Okay.
Number 2, transformational power. Shapeshift at will. Take on the form of any animal, as well as steal faces and appear to be someone you know or absorb into their body. Weird as shit. We said training and gruesome initiations, sacrifice siblings. Interesting thing, they are often found around graves or graveyards, which also ties in to stuff we can't talk about.
You can.
No, I'm not going to talk about it.
Okay.
But they hang out around there because they dig up bones to use for their spells or for charms.
I just thought of something too.
Okay. You want to share with the class or later?
I'll share with you.
There's no age limit.
Mm-hmm.
The majority of the time they're usually older, but they can be children. Which I feel like...
That would be scarier?
Yes!
Skinwalker kids?
Yeah, it's like... We already did the Black Eye Kids, which was weird as shit.
Like little Levi
yeah.
coming up here? He's all cute and then he eats your face?
Yeah. He's like, I killed my mom. Because you wouldn't let me have a snack for dinner.
No!
Yeah. That was gross. I don't know. Okay, they have their whole history is steeped in mystery, which I liked it because it rhymed.
Their whole history. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
There is, yeah. When did these things come about?
Well, it's folklore or it's lore from Native Americans, so I'm sure it's been around for a really long time.
But when did it hit the mainstream? I know there was a movie called Skinwalker or something, 2006.
Yeah, that's probably what happened.
But it's like...
What happened is COVID hit and people sat at home and had plenty of time to look up weird shit, and then all of a sudden they were like, oh my god, the world is a terrifying place.
But don't you think there's an uptick on it now?
Yes, I do. I feel like on TikTok I'm getting more Skinwalker videos.
It's like ghosts...
Are last year.
Yeah, they're way out. If they're not throwing glasses and cabinets aren't flying open, nobody cares.
Yeah.
They want to see the Skinwalkers.
Mm-hmm.
They want to see aliens at a mall.
Yes. I will say you can't necessarily prove it's a Skinwalker unless you kill it. And then it might switch back to its like human form.
Yeah.
But that means you have to essentially take a gamble, take a risk, and hope. But then you'll have this body on your hands, and if you tell a police officer I shot him because it was a Skinwalker, it came in here as a dog, and now it's going out as a person, they're going to put you in the hospital because they're going to think you're
going
nuts.
to the hospital.
Yeah, they're like, you're nuts.
Nuts.
You're going to a hospital where they give you nice bracelets attached to the beds. Yeah. You don't get your shoelaces.
No shoelaces.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pills you're going to start taking.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, may have some therapy that's shocking. You never know.
Yeah, I like this.
Mm-hmm.
So...
I got more stuff.
I know, and I'm ready for those extra ones.
So modern day sightings consist of rapid moving animals along the side of cars that are driving.
That sounds like Dogman.
Yeah. Or people appearing in front of cars to cause serious wrecks.
No, you made me have the fucking... You made me have the bumps.
Goosebumps?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should never say that you gave me bumps.
I don't... Yeah.
Duck bumps. What do you call them?
Goosebumps.
Goosebumps. Dude, did you just do that?
Do what?
Bring that up?
Yeah, I did. I feel like I'm making a lot of connections. I feel like I'm cracking the case and you are sitting there taking selfies.
No, I cracked the case too.
Yeah.
I got stuff to tell you.
Okay, I can't wait. And then
you sounded like it.
The medicine man is their nemesis. Only way to combat the dark magic of the Skinwalkers is with the medicine man. Yeah, so that's pretty much all the info I got.
We must have looked at the same pages. The only differences that I came up with is you said kill them, and I read that if you want to make them go away, you like eyeball them. And then the more antlers and stuff that you have means the more power.
I didn't read that. I did read something else about the initiation process, but I didn't put it down because it was disturbing as shit. Let alone, not only, I can just say it now. I don't care. I do care, but like, not only do you have to kill a close relative, then you have to do a bunch of other heinous acts, and one of them is necrophilia.
Yeah, that's not a good time.
Yeah, like
not that I know.
Sleep with a corpse,
Right.
like, and I'm not talking about like take a nap. I'm talking like Mount Chicken.
Out of the two, who do you think would be a better skinwalker?
Skinwalker? You said you wanted to be an alligator. I said I wanted to be a fox. So I'm gonna go with me because I have a better idea of catching prey, and you have to continuously kill in order to live.
So you think a fox is tougher than an alligator?
I think that I will be able to lure more people in than an alligator will.
Well,
I will say when it comes to killing, I think that you probably have it in you a lot more than I have it in me, because I was like, I wouldn't shoot a deer. Oh, deer, no.
Well,
I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't have studied this topic more.
I do too, but like they talk about it's their powers are cool. I'm not gonna lie, like being able to turn into anything you ever
you want it,
read minds,
yeah,
and like mind control, like that's cool. But I would rather be a vampire than a skinwalker.
Me too.
I mean, I feel like I can live with that.
I was just thinking about the tomato gate.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too, because I was like, the thing that I saw it was larger than a dog, but shaped like I don't know. I thought it was a deer at first, but then it didn't move like a deer.
Yeah, but the crying in the woods that you heard?
Yeah.
And I told the story today, and it makes me think of this too.
Mm-hmm.
I told the story today on our Dog Man episode, where we talked about being in those apartments, and several people had seen the same thing.
If you haven't listened to it, that episode's titled Man's Best Friend, I think, so check it out.
They're all similar.
They all are all similar.
And it's kind of freaky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Skinwalkers are mostly known to be in the desert type areas.
Yes.
But
Native
Americans. Who came up with that?
Native Americans.
Yeah. Arizona's.
It's like where the four corners come together or whatnot. And that Skinwalker Ranch is in Utah, right?
It's a different topic, but it makes me want to dive into it a lot more.
Yeah.
Especially since some things have come about, I think.
Yeah.
Connections. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of it.
What if we have skinwalkers in Illinois?
Like in our area.
Yeah. Crazy.
So, yeah, I don't know. I want to dig deeper.
I want to know what you're going to say. Are you going to tell me later, or you want to share with the group?
What do you want me to say?
What you were just about to say. And then you said, I don't know.
There was a picture taken at Mad's house.
Okay.
And I want to know, I'm going to dig that picture up.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to see what that looks like again.
It looked like a horse to me. Like a horse face, but it was standing up.
Also, do you remember the horse?
I do remember the horse.
Out there?
Yes.
Not entirely acting like a horse.
Matt, get out of your house. There is a skinwalker. I repeat, get out of your house. There is a skinwalker.
Come on.
Don't bring that shit over here.
See me, come on. But there's a lot of things that are just kind of...
Yeah. Popping up, and it's kind of like, what? What?
I shouldn't have took pictures. I should have been filming this all. They were good pictures.
Well, I guess we'll wait and see, guys. Like, hold your breath. They're going to post them to social media.
Well,
I don't know, but I feel like it's an interesting topic. I do think that we need to research it more. It may be something that we encountered. I don't want to say that it is just, like, it's designated just to the desert.
Yeah.
Because Native Americans were all over.
Yeah.
And I feel like they're probably more than just out in Utah, Arizona type stuff.
I think you're right. I think there's something to all of this because, like I said, there's been an uptick in sightings and videos. and I said this also today to another gentleman, that the reason why we're able to see this stuff more often and stuff now is the Ring cameras. Is the everybody's got a camera. You can't do anything without being
recorded. Yeah.
Right. All your phones.
Mm-hmm.
So these entities that were at once able to just kind of
dodge it,
be around,
mm-hmm.
and very rarely ever be seen. Now it seems like
you're getting caught on camera.
You throw your camera out there long enough,
you might come up with something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird, but tell us what you think about this topic. And
yeah, please.
You know, do you have an experience with a skinwalker? And if you do, how did you live to tell the tale? I would
also,
like to know.
Tell us where you're at too.
Yeah.
So, like, if you think you had an experience with this and it's cool and whatever, and you live in like Missouri.
Missouri, yeah. I said Georgia.
Yeah, or Georgia. That was the two we were thinking.
Yeah, absolutely.
Missouri and Georgia. That's our go-to.
As well.
West Virginia.
West Virginia. Yeah.
Yeah, if you tell us your story, tell us where you're at. I want to know more from you about it. Rochelle wants to know more about it. We collectively want to know more about it. Yeah, and help us save Matt.
Yes, help us save Matt. Like, tell us what we need to do. I don't know.
He's a great guy.
He is.
I feel like he's gonna get eaten.
I hope he doesn't.
No, I don't want to.
I don't want it to happen.
I don't either. I like him.
I do too.
But he's doomed.
Sounds like it. I think you know.
Well, it is what it is.
We don't know how to solve it, so sorry.
Yeah, we'll get back to you.
Anyway, until next time, make sure to like, subscribe, follow, and download this episode because it really helps us out and we really appreciate it. Also, make sure to go out there and make every day an adventure.
Bye.
Bye.